Jetzt bin ich, glaube ich, offiziell drin, genau. Ja, den Wahnsinn möchte ich jetzt nicht so gerne betreten, wie ich bin, aber ja gut, ne? Ich hab's gekauft, also betrete ich mal den Wahnsinn, würde ich mal sagen. Ist das... Moment mal, gibt's irgendwie... Ich will das Spiel... Wenn ich verrückt bin, dann ist es barmherzig. Ich weiß nicht, ob das mögen die Götter den Menschen mit Down, denn... Nee, Lovecraft-Spieler waren bis jetzt immer deutsch, ne? Ah, die meisten. Die meisten habe ich doch nicht zu Ende gespielt. Oh Gott, oh Gott, oh Gott. Ja, schon mal speichern, ne? Nicht mal eine Minute vergangen, speichert schon. Alter. Ist das Spiel ab 18? Ja, ich mach's einfach nochmal. Einfach. Alter, was? Ich merke schon, das wird mir ein Verhängnis, dass ich das Spiel gespielt habe. Ich spiele sowas eigentlich nur nachts und nur nachts bereut man es dann irgendwie am meisten. Ja, ich komme nicht durch, aber. Ja, kann ich schon mal rennen, Alter. Das sieht. Gegen die Dunkel, du musst manche Gegner anleuchten, um. Sturmlaterne. Ah. Ja, was habe ich jetzt gemacht? Ich halte das so komisch hin, ne? Was ist so ein Boot? Ein Boot. Nicht cool. Okay, so kann ich rennen. Das ist schon mal die wichtigste Taste. Warum will ich jetzt hier drüben? Ich weiß auch nicht, aber ich will hier drüben durch. Das klingt für mich irgendwie sicherer. Ja. Schon mal die leiseste Möglichkeit, ne? Global. Und der Titel an Grafik. Macht das immer 2 oder 3 Stücke heller. Ich weiß auch nicht warum.
Inescapably draws you on.
Alter, spiele ich nicht mal 5 Minuten und ich krieg jetzt schon irgendwie... Alter, das sieht doch nicht normal aus.
What a putrid offering.
Lebst du noch? Ich habe allein gerade die Worte erschreckt.
Don't fight. You have been chosen. Behold. Everything has already been written. But perhaps you will attempt to change your destiny.
Du schießt doch auf ihn? Alter, was machst du denn da? Das ist doch nicht normal. Warum hast du nicht auf ihn geschossen? Gott, was passiert hier? Uah. Alter, was war das denn gerade für ein Scheiß? Oh Gott.
I hate whiskey.
Gott sei Dank war das noch nicht der Beginn des Spiels.
I wonder why I still take these things.
Oh, ist das eine langsame Perspektive zum Drehen? Jetzt an.
Been too long since I've slept in a bed. I used to be an avid reader. The Wentworth Agency doesn't attract top-notch cases. Married woman runs off with her girlfriend. The husband couldn't understand it.
Ein Jahr spielt das. So wird sich ein Radio anhört, hört sich dann nach dem 19. Jahrhundert an.
Natural sciences, linguistics, archaeology. I should get rid of all this stuff.
Hallo? Ich wollte die Musik nicht ausdrehen. Ja, warte mal.
Been a while since I jotted down something other than my nightmares.
Mama. Der Doktor kann man noch... Das ist meine Medizin nicht bitte. Ermittlungssaal 1924. Oh. Pierce. Oh, es gibt ein Level-System. Schon mal hin. Okay, was ist das alles hier? Hab ich schon Punkte frei? Ne, Okkultismus. Oh Gott, ne. Nicht Okkultismus, bitte. Dark Water, Einwohner, Orte, Kult. Ja, ne, lustig. Kapitel 1. Da, Feuerzeug. Meine alte Feuerzeug. Dies wird dein Schicksal verändern. Weil ich Whisky trinke. Ja, das Geräusch ist...
Are you Edward Pierce, private investigator contracted by the Wentworth Detective Agency?
Nö.
That's correct.
Hello, Mr. Pierce. I'm Lucy Sherifield, in charge of investigators over at Wentworth. I'm calling because of a problem with your file. A fire has destroyed some of our documents.
Is that right?
I'm so very sorry, but I have to collect your personal information yet again.
Ah, okay. Ach, verfügbare Charakterpunkte, okay. Was ist das? Ermittlung? Ermittlung beeinflusst dein Untersuchungsverhalten, verbessert, steigen deine Chance für vergangene Ereignisse durch... Aha. Okkultismus bis zur nächsten Stufe benötigt. Und wegen Okkultismus. Das ist doch geil. Ja, nee. Das ist auf jeden Fall Entdeckung verbessert. Das ist mir wichtig. Ja, komm, das mache ich gleich mal richtig hervor, ey. Aber das, habe ich alles einmal abgehört außer Stärke, ne? Das.
Thank you for this information, Mr. Pierce. Our files will soon be up to date. And on a related matter,
No.
may I raise a sensitive question?
What's wrong?
As you know, we wish to closely monitor the progress of our contractors. And it would seem you've been accepting fewer new cases.
Work is scarce.
Mr. Pierce, you know as well as I do, there's never been more investigative work than now.
But are those cases worth it?
They're worth not losing your license. Show yourself worthy of the Wentworth Detective Agency, and we might keep you on the payroll. Mr. Pierce, you still...
I'm coming.
Sir, I came here on the advice of a person whom I hold in high esteem, and I must say that I expected anything but a drunkard's lair.
You're free to leave anytime, sir.
Do you know to whom you speak?
Stephen Webster, industrialist and art collector. All of Boston knows you.
Tell me, Mr. Pierce, are you capable of handling a new case, or are you simply a deadbeat inebriate?
If you come to me, it means you're desperate.
Nobody believes me. They take me for an old fool. Sarah, my little girl, she is dead. Even you must know of her. She was Sarah Hawkins.
The painter? Yes. Everyone knows her work.
The police accuse her of killing her family. They all died in a fire. Sarah, her husband, and Simon, my grandson.
I can't do anything for a woman who is already dead.
Find out the truth. They say she was mad, but I know that's a lie. She would never have done such a thing.
But if you have no proof...
I've brought all that I have. Look. I want you to look carefully at this painting.
Dämon.
Tell me all the assumptions that come to mind.
Das sieht aus wie ein Ding aus einer anderen Welt. Puh, Alter.
What am I supposed to find?
Tell me if this is the work of madness. Or if, on the contrary, you manage to detect some logic, a rationality to follow so that I may understand it.
Is that all you want from me?
Yes, please.
All right. I'll look at your picture. That's all you've got? The painting?
I placed a file on your desk. It contains everything I have on the affair.
A warehouse on Darkwater. Some sketches of the Hawkins family. Rather thin.
Eine Verstandadresse ist zum Teil unleslich, aber ein Teil der erkennbar Lager 36 Darkwater. Okay, der Polizei steht dann für ein Esszimmer als Brand, die gesamte Familie tötet die Polizei. Gibt als brandloser Reihenhauslichen Unfall und Verweisung auf die schlechte geistige Waffe von Sarah Hawkins. Aber warum? Als Zeitung erschien ein Artikel über die Hochzeit von Sarah und Charles Hawkins, ein Geschäftsmann von der Insel Darkwater. Sie führen einen... Ja, das... ich wollte gerade einen Drink können, aber... Naja, das sieht aber nicht normal aus, das Bild.
What's this symbol on the man's chest? It's as if Sarah Hawkins breathed a message into it.
So, Mr. Pierce, what do you make of these elements?
Das Gemälde sollte man nicht leichtfertig abtun. Im Maybeutel.
The sender's label mentions Warehouse 36.
That's right. It came with Sarah's last painting.
And you think your daughter could have been the sender?
That is what you must find out. Go to Darkwater. Find Warehouse 36.
Ja, gut, ne? Schön, wenn das wenigstens gekennzeichnet wird, dass sie das schon gemacht haben, ne? Ermittlungsruf an diesem Geschäft.
Her husband was a big deal on the island. But the police are sticking to the accident theory. Though they mentioned Sarah's mental state was fragile. I believe you are right, sir. This case is not as simple as it appears.
I am aware of that. I believe there is more to this case than just an accident.
The sender's label mentions warehouse.
That's right.
And you think
that is what go to
Darkwater? Never heard of the place. Where is that?
It's a small, remote island off the coast of Boston. Sarah lived there with her son and her husband.
I suppose you want to ship me off there.
Darkwater holds the secret regarding my daughter, Mr. Pierce. You must uncover it.
The meaning could be exactly as it appears. I think your daughter is sending you a message.
That's what I believe, too. It was 3 months ago that I received the call from the police telling me of my daughter's death. And yet a short while after, this painting was delivered to my home. The painting is linked to this case, can't you see? You must find the meaning behind all this.
Jetzt hätte sie gewusst, wann sie stirbt und dann...
You must tell me if what the police suggest about the mental state of your daughter is true.
No. Sarah had visions. Everyone knew that. She never would have hurt a fly. She only thought she saw things.
Saw things?
My daughter...
I think I'm beginning to understand.
I'm willing to do anything for my daughter to recover her honor.
Quiet down. I'm on your side. Let's sum things up. An artist dies with her family in a house.
Mr. Throckmorton.
Your only clue is a sort of promontory painting sent from Darkwater right before her death.
Correct. And the rumors about her supposed folly.
Which you don't totally deny.
Find that warehouse. Find out the truth regarding Sarah Hawkins' death. You'll be handsomely compensated.
All right. I'll take the case. I'll go to Darkwater and look into the death of your daughter.
Thank you, Mr. Pierce. I didn't expect any less coming from a man in your situation.
Something's queer. But it's not like I have a choice. Darkwater. I think I've got a book.
Ich brauche wieder was zu trinken. Krieg ich mal irgendwie eine Lagerkolle oder sowas? Ne, warte, das war was anderes. Ein Filmriss meine ich. Oh ja, ja, ich spür schon. Nicht gut. Ah, hey, hey. Ich kann nicht mehr aus dem Fenster schauen, so betrunken bin ich. Okay, ich war das Zeichen, das lassen sollte. Ja, ich glaube schon. Ne? Ich will aber noch mehr trinken. Hallo? Ach, das Glas ist leer. Ah.
Natural sciences, linguistics, archaeology. A good old story of blackmail in a speakeasy.
Habe ich jetzt Medizinkunde? Ah, okay.
I used to be an avid reader. The Lost Battalion. Holding your position and obeying orders. That isn't courage. Darkwater is off the coast of Boston. But I've never heard of it. According to this book, it was often mentioned during whale hunting times at the end of the 19th century. But it seems to have been shunned since then.
Ende des 19. Jahrhunderts? Wir sind doch im 19. Jahrhundert, doch. Der Gott des Meeres, Cthulhu.
All I have to do is go to the port. I just hope that I can find a boat able to take me to Darkwater.
Ich habe einen Fähigkeitspunkt erhalten, sehe ich gerade am Ende. Pierce am Fallhawk und an der. Merk schon, das Spiel wird erst so nach Stunde wird es so richtig ekelhaft werden. Hafen von Darkwater. Das war jetzt sozusagen der Prolog. Das wird nicht normal werden. Also wieder ein Spiel, wo lauter Schiss einfach gehen werde und nicht mehr weiterspielen werde. Die Erfahrung auch mit Outlast 2 gemacht müssen. Outlast 1 war ja noch physikalisch gut zu spielen, aber dann der zweite Teil, naja. Ja, das hat mir meine Nerven nicht mehr so. Boah. Na. Das ist ein Spiel, wo man immer rennen musste, verstecken musste, rennen musste, verstecken musste. Und wenn einem dann die Batterie leer gegangen ist, dann war man am Arsch. Also, ja. Alte Rennen, Verstecken, Story-Spiel war das eigentlich. Und Schleichen. Wahnsinn, Tränen. Für 10 Euro ein gutes Story-Spiel zu kriegen, passt eigentlich. Auch wenn ich die meisten Spiele nicht fertig spiele, aber. Cyanide Studio, die haben wir auch The Council entwickelt, ne? Lovecraft.
We're almost there.
Das ist ein gutes Bild. Okay, Call of Cthulhu. Die Skiller. Oh, okay. Ich mag die Skiller. Okay, das ähnelt doch sehr nach The Sinking City. Auch wenn The Sinking City etwas später rauskam, ne? Glaube ich.
Stay on board. There's guys coming to unload. Welcome to Darkwater Island, Mr. Pierce.
Yeah.
Thank you, Captain Fitzroy.
So, what wind brought you?
Does the Hawkins case mean anything to you?
A sad story that we would all prefer to forget. Charles Hawkins may have been a landlubber, but he was a good man.
And his wife, Sarah Hawkins.
A nice young woman, and a great painter. What a tragedy. You know what? Go have a drink at the Stranded Whale. What you need is a good pick-me-up. Mitchell may not be very welcoming, but his bar holds a surprise for you. As for me, you'll find me at the Harbor Master's office. If it's the Hawkins family that brings you here, I have a pile of documents that should interest you.
Understood. I'm going for a look around the docks.
In die Bar gehen, mit Bradley sprechen. Okay, open. Was haben wir denn hier?
Prohibition is just a joke around here. That suits me fine.
Das Das Licht ist nicht normal. Das Spiel ist nicht normal. Okay, dann treten wir mal lieber. Okay, ist auch eine Sequenz. Was soll das jetzt? Was soll das? Was macht man nicht?
Hey, be careful.
Was ist denn das denn für ein Arschloch? Was ist das denn für eine?
Let's get him another drink. He's dry.
In my bar, we don't serve troublemakers.
Halten, um Stärke zu testen. Er hätte etwas mehr. Okay. Halten, um Redegewandtheit. Achso.
Yet you served this man, and you can't say he's been on his best behavior.
He's a regular. It was you who provoked him by turning up with your mainland manner.
You mistake my manner. I ask nothing more than to become a regular as well. Which will be difficult if you refuse to serve me.
I hope you're less talkative when you're drunk.
Ey, ich hab mal. Was
We'll
soll das
see.
jetzt? Nee, über.
I didn't expect to find alcohol on this island. What's the source of this miracle?
You mean who? Our source of supply wouldn't like me to betray them to the first comer.
I'll tell nobody.
She'd know it anyway. Anything else?
The stranded whale. I guess this bar has been here a long time.
What can I tell you? I'm a nostalgic sort of guy. The name, it reminds us of the golden age of dockwater, when our whalers left for long months and came back sweating and stinking of the oil and flesh of the whales they'd been hunting.
It was a tough time, all the same.
Ah, but steeped in glory. We've never known such wealth since then.
What can you tell me about her?
We all knew she was famous on the mainland for her paintings. Never understood why. Then, I don't want to speak ill of the dead.
Okay, schon mal.
Her vision. Was it so terrible?
The way I see it, the truth is really a question of point of view.
What do you mean by that?
Do you still trust the truth after a bottle of whiskey?
Her style made her famous. How would you describe it? Tortured?
Yeah. Well, it wasn't normal. I mean, for a young woman with a child and all that. We saw them in the papers and we said to ourselves, who can paint such things? Is that how she sees the world?
So they made you feel uncomfortable.
You need to see them for yourself. Make up your own mind.
I've got what I need.
Anything else?
Sonst noch was.
Do you know where this place is? Warehouse 36, Darkwater Harbor.
The Hawkins warehouse. I see, yeah. If I were you, I wouldn't hang around there.
Why not?
First off, there are rumors. Sailors from around here say you can hear noises coming from the warehouse at night. Screams, that sort of thing.
Screams.
And that's not all. There's the fate of its owners and all the superstitions that go with it. But I'll say no more. Anything else?
Captain Fitzroy told me about a little pick-me-up.
You want a drink?
I wouldn't say no to a glass.
Try this.
Ja, schau mal runter. Ich kann... Oh, das ist doch kein kleines Gläschen.
I think we'll get along well. That'll be all for now.
Ich glaube, das ist nicht gut, wenn ich trinke. Ich glaube, ich bin ein Alkoholiker.
And then he said, "You have no right to treat us like this."
The miraculous catch. Apparently, the most significant event of the last 80 years.
And the doctor, what did he say?
He laughed. Nightmares. Can hear things and voices whispering. Will follow its reader and appear at various locations, gifted with its own consciousness, until it finds a new reader.
Do you like our song?
We're true sirens.
We may not be pros, but we give it all we've got.
That's true. It's a reminder of the time when we were still fishing for whales off Darkwater Island.
I've never heard this song before.
Only people from here know it. It tells the story of the miraculous catch.
I saw the newspaper clipping. You don't believe it, do you?
Watch what you say, young man.
That catch saved our island.
Ah. Where's the proof?
We're the proof.
Without it, the whole of Darkwater would have died of hunger in 1847.
It's true. Everything happened just as it says in the newspaper report. Our grandparents tasted its flesh.
And it was delicious.
What brought whaling to an end?
The whales, of course.
They all disappeared.
You exhausted the stocks.
You could say that, yes. There were fewer and fewer of them.
Until the last, the biggest.
The one of the miraculous catch.
Exactly.
I bid you farewell.
Good night.
So long.
Wer bist du?
What you looking at, stranger?
Die trinkt alle... Was? Die trägt alle unter dem Tisch. Was? Nichts, gar nicht.
The clientele is predominantly male.
Tell me something I don't know.
I meant nothing by it. I'm just wondering what a woman like you is doing in this flea trap.
And I'm wondering what could be going through the head of the chump who goes to disturb her. Let me drink, stranger.
Hey, 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 ich will wissen, wer du bist.
I told you to beat it.
Ja, ich will wissen, wer du bist. Du siehst so verdächtig aus. Ist das gut, wenn ich hier lang gehe, oder darf ich das? Ja, ich mach's einfach mal. Okay, ich mach's doch nicht. Gibt ja irgendwie eine Treppe nach oben oder sowas?
Charles Hawkins was a heavy drinker. And a debtor. Interesting.
Oh, was macht denn ihr da?
Please, move back. Let the police do their work. Hey, Sullivan. Can't you go any faster?
You've seen how old this thing is. If we force it too much, we'll break everything.
You can't do that.
But it's only a fish.
A fish? You've got no idea. Don't badmouth what you don't know. Or you'll pay for it for sure.
Okay, that's enough. Step back and let us do our job.
That's no way to treat an omen.
Oh, yeah. He's got...
The blood is just beginning to coagulate. It died a short time ago. Only a specialist would know what killed it.
You can't understand. You're not sailors. It's a sign. There's some...
The same goes for you, sir. Move along.
I'm looking for this address. Warehouse 36, Darkwater Harbor.
Ah. And so who are you?
I didn't introduce myself. Edward Pierce, private detective.
In any case, it's not very important. I can't answer that.
You can't? Or you don't want...
Oh, no. Now.
You can't understand. You're not...
You can see that I'm...
You don't put that beast back in the water, you shysters. You're crazy.
Hier reden? Kann ich das nicht selber
You
machen?
can't understand.
Ja, geht
Damn
das nicht.
stupid idiots. Forget it.
Das
Nobody...
ist eine Springtaste, was ist das? Was ist das für ein Schild? Kann ich das aktivieren?
Come on, can we sort this out? You can see he's half drunk.
There's nothing,
Nothing for you here either.
Your chum
Beat
wanted to stir
Ja.
us up.
Well, you can stay to watch if you want.
Was schaust du so? Man macht doch die Tür zu normalerweise. Hallo? Also ehrlich. Ah, das ist Verona. Okay, dann gehe ich mal. Draußen noch was machen. Ich glaube mal hier durch.
I wonder what Captain Fitzroy has got to say about this woman, Cat. Broken. This place seems half abandoned. Fishing equipment. Could do with some rust remover.
Ach ja, stimmt, ich bin der Community, die Community der Toiletten. Toilet from your favorite game.
A souvenir from a more prosperous era. I guess this blackboard hasn't been wiped for more than 70 years. The Scylla. It finished up beached at the entrance to the harbor.
Oh. Okay. Aha. Mama. Ich habe ja noch Punkte da anscheinend. Ne? Ich muss das Bücher finden, damit ich das... Okay.
This man and Fitzroy could be twins.
Gibt's einen Bruder oder sowas, ne?
What a macabre souvenir.
Und dann rede ich jetzt mal mit Fritz. Was zur Hölle? Warum sollte man sowas machen? In seinem eigenen Haus einfach einen Weg versperren.
I've brought out the Charles Hawkins cargo manifests. They're on the table next to you. But in truth, you're likely to be disappointed. When you're done, come join me on the deck. I've brought out the Charles Hawkins cargo manifest.
These manifests are signed by Charles Hawkins. But that's all I'll get from them.
1890, 1907 Teile. Ja, genau. Also ich dachte gerade, hallo, hallo, ich muss jetzt ein Wettrennen mit dem machen, oder? Okay, das kriegen wir hin. Hä? Ach, da bist du. Ich dachte
From here, I see everything that goes on in the harbor. The hard-working lives of my sailors, the fights at the stranded whale. Even the antics of these wharf rats don't escape me.
It's you who lays down the law around here.
Oh, I wouldn't go that far. I'm just the last serving captain on Darkwater. Tell me what I can do to help you.
Your manifests have been blacked out. They're totally unreadable.
Yeah, I saw that. I've got no idea who did it or why. I don't remember having countersigned anything special enough for someone to hide it.
And why obliterate the dates, as well as the goods stored in the warehouse?
You mean that the dates have some meaning?
I'm surprised Charles Hawkins had goods to store, knowing that whaling stopped in 1847.
I see that you're interested in the history of our island. Indeed, maritime activities ceased altogether at the end of the last century. I imagine that the Hawkins family had other types of contracts.
But you don't know with whom?
No, it was none of my business.
I'm looking for Warehouse 36. Do you know where it is?
Look, it's right there. The warehouse is opposite the jetty. You can't miss it.
Understood.
You know who the building belongs to, don't you?
It belonged to the Hawkins family.
Precisely. Ship owners from father to son.
I think that somebody here wanted me to search this warehouse. I was looking at your photograph. The one of the man in front of the boat.
Ah, yes, I can see the one you're talking about.
Interesting resemblance. I thought it was you, but with a wooden leg.
And for good reason. That's my father in the photograph.
Your father?
John Fitzroy, captain of the Scylla. His wooden leg is here. You can go and see it if you're interested.
I'm just back from the wharves. The dead killer whale is unsettling the sailors.
Ah, yes. Us men of the sea are superstitious folk.
The police took the decision to put the killer whale back into the sea.
You've got to understand them. They didn't know what to do with it.
I think that was a mistake. Who says that whatever caused those wounds is no longer in these waters?
You think we should have kept it?
To look into the real cause of its death, at least. Killer whales don't have many known predators.
That's true. And normally, they're not found around here. But, you're gonna take me for a fool.
Give it a try.
Have you heard about the depths? Trenches that plunge into the earth, and that shelter creatures...
You're talking about mythology. The miraculous catch. Is it a local legend?
Not at all. It's an episode from our glorious past. Go read the story of the sailor's return to Darkwater Harbor. It's displayed on a wall of the stranded whale.
I found a threatening letter, signed by a certain cat.
What? I don't mind you visiting my harbor master's office, but I'd prefer if you didn't go through my affairs.
Are you being blackmailed?
Not exactly, no. That shyster wants to make us pay protection money.
With any success?
I wouldn't say that, but she terrifies my men as much as her own.
Can you not do anything to stop her?
Don't you?
I shall be on my way.
So come back.
Okay. Ich würde mir gerne... So komisch es auch klingt, aber ich würde mir gerne das Bein deines Vaters anschauen. Das jetzt irgendwo.
What a macabre souvenir.
Ach, das ist das Holz. Ach so. So, okay. Okay. Was ja alles. Ein Weg aus Lager aus 36 finden. Ja, gut, das sind die Leute da weg, ne? Ah, gibt's jetzt zwei Wege, oder wie?
You can't understand. You're not sailors. It's a...
You didn't tell me that the warehouse I was looking for...
Because its owner is dead. And I don't want it. Now, please.
You can't
no
understand.
way to
You're
treat
not
an omen.
sailors. Oh, yeah.
Ich würde mir gerne...
What could have done so much damage?
Don't put that beast back in the water, you shysters. You're crazy.
They're cops. They can't understand.
Bist du eigentlich?
Where do you think you're going?
Who are these others so interested in the warehouse?
And why would I tell you?
You and I are on the same side of the law.
Oh, yeah?
You don't want to know the truth behind this case.
Are you saying our work was not up to snuff? Forget it.
Ja, wow. Das war ja tolle Redegewand.
I thought that the Hawkins case had been closed.
That's true.
So what do you do? Thank you.
Okay.
Ja, wow. Meine Redegewandte ist echt gut. Okay. Jetzt weiß ich irgendwie ziemlich verdächtig aus. Ja.
You live here?
Why did you do that, huh?
We saw what you did to St. Brendan.
Yeah, we'll teach you to come onto our island and ridicule our protectors.
I've never heard of this saint. Is it a local belief?
But everyone knows St. Brendan, the Navigator.
He's the patron saint of whales and whalers.
What happened to the statue?
Go see for yourself. He's at the end of the jetty.
There's you, our beloved statue, and then those two bozos behind us. Wait, now that I think about it, it's got to be them. There's one of them who's always going back and forth to the statue.
Quieter. That's all.
What brings you...
The two guys behind you. What are they guarding?
The bootleggers. Scum.
They're protecting their territory. From whom, I wonder?
They really don't have a choice anyway. They're more scared of Cat than an attack by drunken sailors.
If only they would kill each other.
Is it Cat who's shaking down Captain Fitzroy?
Oh, hold on just a minute. We didn't tell you a thing.
Nothing at all.
I've taken enough.
Mann. Okay, ich komme so nicht ins Lager. Hier gibt es echt viele verrückte Menschen. Du bist hier... Ja genau, du angelst hier neben dem toten Wal. Okay, das könnte ich... ja, auf jeden Fall. Oh. Schlossknocken.
There.
Ich hätte jetzt wirklich gern Licht. Ach Gott sei Dank.
Hello, old friend.
Schnapsflasche. Wie habe ich denn das Ding angemacht? Ich habe keine Ahnung, wie ich das angemacht habe. Ich lasse es einfach mal laufen, oder?
St. Brendan, patron saint of sailors and travelers. Desecrated. I can't even say which language it's written in.
Wie habe ich denn das? Ah, ich kann das machen. Okay. Aber schön fand, dass eine Schnapsflasche daraus geholt. Okay. Gut. Ich würde gerne da hochklettern. Aber das geht offensichtlich nicht, oder? Es sieht wohl eher nach einem Ausgang aus. Okay, scheiße. Ich dachte, es gibt hier mehrere Eingänge. Wie der Truppen sagen wahrscheinlich nur so, hier kein Zutritt, lalala, lalala, da meine ich hintergehen. Hier sind auch neu.
We're no longer at home on our own island.
Wir sind Fremde. Ja. Bist du immer noch da? Ja. Hast du mir was zu sagen?
You saw what happened with those sailors. Don't hang around here unless you want trouble with the bootleggers.
I've seen the kind of messages their boss sends. You're not scared of her?
Of course I am. Everyone's scared of that woman. She's not interested in small fry like me. You, on the other hand, nose around too much, you'll have dealings with her.
This warehouse looks abandoned. Why does it interest them so much?
No doubt a question of territory, but I want to know...
Good. I shall...
Ja, genau. Ein Auto versperrt hier einfach den Weg. Das sieht echt nicht cool aus. Ne, das ist doch safe eine Falle. Das ist doch safe eine Falle. Ne. Da gehe ich nicht drauf. Ne. Es gibt aber keinen anderen Weg. Nicht. Oh Gott. Gott.
It looks like there's a way in under this grate.
Verschwindet diese Anzeige, okay. Ach, hier ist eine Leiter. Das hab ich gar nicht gecheckt.
I could use this old winch to lift... A whale vertebra. If the newspaper clipping in the bar is true, this bone is a real fossil. This handle will be perfect for the winch.
Also, ich muss das erst finden. Ich dachte gerade, ich habe irgendwas weggedrückt auszusehen und... Ich habe noch was übersehen, glaube ich.
It should be possible to mount this cogwheel on the winch.
Ich brauche ein Zahnrad und eine Kurbel dafür. Okay. Ich glaube, ich brauche 3 Sachen dafür. Ein Zahnrad, eine Kurbel und... Mir würde nichts einfallen. Das dritte ist, was bräuchte man dafür? Ich kenne mir solche Gerätschaften überhaupt nicht aus. Also... Was ist das? Eine Speerlinke? Okay.
A ratchet device. Exactly what I need.
Noch nie was von der Speerlinke gehört. Sowas ist mir total neu. Eine Speerlinke, okay.
Looks like everything is in its place. All I have to do is turn this handle.
Ja gut, dann steigen wir mal in das unheimliche Loch hinein, würde ich sagen. Mal sehen, was das unerwartet. Wenn nicht, dann werde ich... Kann man das speichern? Nee, das speichert automatisch. Oh Gott, das sieht nicht lustig aus hier unten. Oh Gott. Nicht cool.
Smoke. It's coming from this oil. I hope it's not toxic.
Hör auf zu husten, hör auf zu husten, hör auf zu husten. Das macht mich aggressiv. Gott. Gott. Oh Gott, oh Gott. Das ist nicht cool. Ich dachte... Oh Gott. Oh Gott, oh Gott, oh Gott. Alter. Nicht cool, Alter, nicht cool. Ich hab grad kurz den Controller losgelassen, weil ich Schiss hatte. Alter, Scheiße, Alter, eine Halluzination war das. Alter, wie der Charakter geatmet hat.
This is primitive.
Was machen die da? Was machen die denn da? Was hat der denn da in der Luft? Ist das ein Flugzeug oder was? Die haben irgendwie ein Seil oder sowas? Okay. Oh Gott, bin ich denn hier gelandet, Alter? Was war denn das gerade? An dem Ort war ich doch gerade. Hallo, hier drüben. Okay.
Oh, this place stinks.
Alter, erschreck dich doch nicht mit deiner Stimme, ey. Gott, ich krieg hier einen halben Anfall hier.
What is the connection between this place and the Sarah Hawkins case?
Nee, spring doch nicht. Was Rekonstruktion?
What happened here?
Das hat man doch schon mal in das City erlebt.
What is this picture of Charles and Sarah Hawkins doing here? Is this one of Sarah Hawkins' paintings? It smells as bad as it looks. These painkillers were prescribed 3 months ago. Someone has been taking them since the time of the Hawkins' death. Can't sleep. I know how that feels.
Someone has settled in here.
And whoever it is has something to tell me about the Hawkins case. Is there anyone in there? You! Don't move! Detective Pierce. I told you to stay away from this warehouse.
Impulses bedrohen, ja genau.
It's clear that you knew the victims. I'm sorry to dig up bad memories.
I can still see the poor child lying burned on the floor of their drawing room. We had to tear him off. The marks must still be there. They're in my mind anyway.
It's horrendous. I'm going to need your experience to bring him justice, Officer Bradley. Can you explain what this painting is doing here?
This strange portrait. Wait, I know it. It was in the Hawkins mansion when we came to investigate the fire.
So you confirm that it was removed from the crime scene? Interesting. I'd like to go and see the mansion now.
Of course. You want to go back along his trail? I'd like to understand how this painting made it to here. Come on. My car's parked down the way. Andrews, would you please shut the door? And open your eyes, damn it. This guy went right under your nose. God damn it. Her again. This case has nothing to do with you, Baker. Clear the passage, or I'll shut you up for obstruction.
Officer Bradley, you've finally grown a pair. Too bad you're too fat to see them down there.
Why you?
Come on, keep the smile. You don't want to force me to widen it.
Okay, I get it. Can we go to the mansion now?
Who the hell are you? What were you doing on my turf? I've got my eye on you. We'll meet again.
Is it far, this mansion?
Look behind you, at the top of the ridge. You see the building? That's the Hawkins mansion. Come on, we got some driving to do.
Alter, nee, das ist keine gute Idee, da hochzugehen. Nein! Das merkt schon wieder drauf her. Ja, okay, ich werde es erstmal wahrscheinlich aufhören, aber Alter, das ist nicht lustig, was jetzt hier passiert. Ja, okay, dann hören wir uns bis zum nächsten Mal in Call of Cthulhu, leider.